Areas across East Tennessee still recovering from those heavy rains we've had over the last week.
Yeah, we've seen rock slides, water-covered roads, and flooded homes. Some of those issues we're seeing. Of course, yesterday we went on your side talking about flood insurance and how it works. Today, WATE 6 on your side reporter Kirsty Crawford is on your side, learning what signs to look for before you buy and how to recognize that a home is prone to flooding.
She joins us in the studio now. Kirsty, how can future home buyers know if the home they're looking at has had flooding issues in the past?
Lori, there are certain signs that an average person can notice. A flooded basement, of course, is the most obvious. It's more difficult, but still possible to see signs of previous flooding or water damage.
Lots of times when my clients are looking at the house, looking at the prettiness of the house, I'm actually looking at the walls, the floors, especially in basements, because I want to know if the concrete is cracked or if I see cracks in the wall.
Angel Scott, a broker with Century 21 Legacy, says cracks are usually signs of foundation issues. The foundation is just one thing heavy rain can damage. Scott and Sherry Spinizzola, a broker with Slyman Real Estate, say it's important to have a realtor when buying a home. They know what to look for and can tell if a home has potential problems.
When we go in, the first thing I'm going to look at before we even see the property is to see if it's in a floodplain. And if it's not in a floodplain, that doesn't mean it's never going to have any moisture problems in the house.
They say an important part of the buying or selling process is a home inspection. The inspector should be able to catch those warning signs.
Obviously, if there's any kind of mold or a musty smell in the basement or crawl space, you'll know that there's something going on. There's probably some humidity behind the walls. You know, we look for efflorescent staining. That's going to be dark stains on the block and some minerals that's coming through the wall.
Barry Jenkins with Master Services tells me home inspectors should always use a moisture thermometer, especially in homes with no obvious signs of flooding. And he doesn't just look inside the house. He says flooding issues can arise when gutters are facing the home or if it's located at the bottom of a slope. Jenkins says that sometimes heavy rainfall can cause issues in any home, even if it's not prone to flooding. The moment you see a soaked carpet in the basement or a crack on the wall, it's best to get it fixed sooner rather than later.
When those problems happen, the seller needs to get that taken care of before they go to transfer the property. It's going to be disclosed. It's going to come up in a home inspection, so you might as well go ahead and get it done right and call a professional to come in.
The realtors tell me sellers are required to disclose any flooding or foundation issues to their realtor or buyer. The buyer could file a lawsuit if they believe it wasn't disclosed, but the realtors say that can be hard to prove. Lori?
Makes sense. All right, Kirsty, thank you. And it's a reminder that moisture in a home should be taken care of for health reasons.
Yeah, Master Service says they've recently had hundreds of calls over the last week for flooded basements, and if they aren't taken care of properly, it could lead to mold.